Hello viewers, welcome to another video. Another clay video. Another clay video. Let's get on with it. Yippee! That is right. We are making the Quaggled... I don't even want to try to pronounce the thing's name. The Quaggled Mireclopse. So as you can see, we're using rocks because I am running dangerously low on clay. I'll try to get some more pretty soon. But, yeah, I'll just try to get some clay pretty soon. So, we're going to roll out the clay and place it on the rock so that it'll make kind of a little imprint, so that we'll know where to put it once it's done baking, because we're not baking this entire rock. So we're going to squish up some tin foil to create each leg. And this thing has three legs and 3 eyes. So what I like about this boss is that it's like a little micro environment. It's really cool. And when I was recording this video, I did not know it yet, but this was going to be a pain to reassemble. So we're going to roll out the clay, place it on the tin foil, and then we are going to just keep doing that process. And eventually we will be done with it. Of course, I had to get up to eat dinner because school keeps me busy. So, later I came back and finished it. So I think that the feet of this boss look kind of like the PIKMIN onions, which is kind of weird, but I figured I would just use rocks for them too. I have not actually played Pikmin 3 yet, but I hope to pretty soon. But I will probably make a video when I actually fight this boss. So we're going to keep rolling it out and flattening it, and eventually we should have all of our tin foil covered. So I think that the best Pikmin types to use for this one would be blue Pikmin, because you fight it in a swamp. Rock Pikmin, because I heard that you have to use rock Pikmin to break the crystal on top. But I don't really know much about that crystal. And I would probably also use winged Pikmin because, you know, they have a lower chance of getting squished. So, yeah, you're lucky that I did not put the reassembly after baking in this video. Because even if I sped up the footage like I always do, that would still take a really long time. So since I don't want to use a lot of polymer clay, I'm going to use rocks for a lot of this, and not actually a lot of polymer clay. Like, if you look on the right, you'll see some rocks. Sorry you can't really see the Chromebook screen very well. But you can pause where you're at, remember what time, and look at an earlier point in the video to see it perfectly fine. Pretty soon I am probably going to make I'm probably going to make the water wraith pretty soon. I'm not entirely sure when, but I'll probably just do that soon. So, once we've finished with all those clay parts, we will need some way of making the strawberry on the top of this thing's head. And to do that, I would have to go get a strawberry-looking rock. And here I am in the great outdoors, where we can try to find a strawberry-looking rock. And probably fail. Let's see. This one should work. Oh yeah, but also, I am a YouTuber, so I gotta touch grass every once in a while, right? You see it? I'm touching grass. Alright? Now don't scream at me in the comments about some touch grass. But before we go back in, let's say hi to the chickens. Alright, now that we have our rock, we will now move on to the painting. So at this point in the day, it had been getting quite late. Well, I guess that we still have to bake the clay, so no painting yet. But anyway, it had been getting late at this point in the day. So I had to turn the light on. So the leaves were a problem because that green polymer clay was not super moist like the other clay. So it was going to be a problem. But thankfully, I only had to glue it back together a few times. Oh yeah, for the eyes I used translucent polymer clay, which means that if you just shine a little cat laser dot, even just a little cat laser dot on it, the entire thing a lot of it will light up. So this is where the polymer clay making got very annoying. So you're lucky that this footage is sped up. So pretty soon we'll be able to bake it.
Yes.
Alright, so now it's time to bake it. So we'll bake it, set the timer for 15 minutes. We'll grab our paint, maybe a little bit of, not blue, but we will need a bit of white and black. So we're going to start by painting the rock. The rock. So we're going to paint it green so that any shrubbery that so we're going to place some shrubbery on it. But we want it to look good under the shrubbery, just in case. So now that our clay is done baking, we can start to paint it. So we're going to start with the really annoying eyes. And we're just going to paint the eye stalks a little. And I'll color it with marker off screen in a little while later. So now we will paint the strawberry looking thing with red. And I will be very careful not to burn my hand like I have done several times. So once we get that strawberry all painted, it should be done pretty soon. Oh yeah, so we're going to mix some white with black to make a nice gray color. This gray color will be used to paint the legs, because the legs aren't exactly brown. They're more of a gray, more of a gross gray tree stump sort of, rotten tree stump sort of color. I don't really know how to describe it. Tell me how you would describe it in the comments. I need to start checking the comments more. Sadly, this video is probably not going to have a thumbnail, because I don't know how to make thumbnails. Hopefully it gets a lot of views, though. I don't know. Hopefully the Water Wraith one can have a thumbnail, because I really want to know how to make a thumbnail, so I'm going to do some research. And now to place our fake plants, which I already placed the moss, but I didn't record that because it was a little bit tedious. And I already placed some of the roots hanging down. But you can still see the plants being placed on, so that's fun. So yeah, my mom helped me find some of her moss and fake plants, which was really cool. So now we will glue the last plant in, and now to see the photo. And here he is, the Quaggled Mireclopse. Still can't get over that name. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe for more content. Hopefully I can make some thumbnails pretty soon. And, yeah, I'm hoping to make the Water Wraith pretty soon, which I'm not going to make entirely out of clay. I already have the clay parts made a long time ago. But, yeah, just make sure to drop in for some more content. And with that, goodbye.